Hey folks, hey superstars, hey, this is Wesley Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant podcast. I'm late. Okay. It's 12:55 a.m. in the morning here in Houston, Texas, but I'm live. And if you're brand new, I am your millionaire mentor here, okay? I go live every night to give you guys the opportunity to pick my brain, to ask me questions about success, about mindset, and manifestation as well. So how's everybody doing here tonight? Great evening. So tonight, let's do another Q&A, okay? Let's do a Q&A. Which means you can post your questions below, and I will answer them truthfully, okay? Give me a second. And always feel free to like and share the podcast. Folks, I'm just a young black millionaire from Houston, Texas, that my purpose is to share my message and my philosophy with the world. And I can only do that by having you like and share the content here, okay? So feel free to comment your names below, or we can start with some questions here, okay? Let's talk about your business, talk about your company, let's talk about your life. Talk to me, I'm here to mentor you. Many of you have been begging and praying for mentorship, and maybe this opportunity right here, right now, is what you've been praying for. Okay, so now it's your turn to utilize it. So it's your opportunity to indulge in the opportunity and to see if I can help you find a solution. Okay. Hey, Wes, how do you attract more fans? Easy. Write this down. If you want to attract more fans on social media or in life in general, be of service. Write this down. Service leads to greatness. Like if I want my viewership to go from 27 to 27 million, I must serve more consistently. And that's what you have to do as well. Because let me share something with you about people that you might not be aware of. I mean, people love people that have money. People do adore and admire people who have the body that they want as well. But what people admire most is consistency. And what they really admire most is a person that's consistent when they feel that they shouldn't be, which means is, like I'm live. I've been going live for about 4 to 5 years. And right now I only have 24 viewers. And, you know, the average person will be discouraged. The average person will say, oh, it's not working. No one's watching my rants. You know, but not me. Because I see 24 million. I see me fulfilling my purpose. I see millions of people per day listening to my podcast. Why? Because they see and hear value. And that's why many of you, in my opinion, are not as successful as you could be, because you're allowing your situation to dictate your future. You know, you're only paying attention to what's happening on the surface. Not me. I have something that's called depth of vision. I learned this from Bill Gates years ago. And depth, to explain depth of vision is, if you look in a forest, and you know what, let me test you folks. If you're in the woods, in the forest, what do you see? But using the concept depth of vision, like seeing the forest through the eyes of depth of vision, what do you see? Comment below. If you're in the forest, what do you see using or looking through the lenses of depth of vision. What do you say? Some of you may say trees. Someone might say animals, the ground, grass. Some people may say, well, I see the wood. Another person might say, I see a neighborhood. Somebody else might say, I see a community, a neighborhood, and skyscrapers. That's what I see. And that's depth of vision. Depth of vision is being able to see something, but seeing seeing it deeply in the sense of seeing what it can become instead of what it is. And many of you are stuck on what it is. We call that surface level thinking. Deeper thinking is seeing what something can become. Okay? Because even where you live at right now, there was a time that even where you live was deserted. There were no roads. There were no buildings. There were no high rises. It was nothing. It was completely destitute. But now, got streets, power lines, buildings, neighborhoods, houses, homes. Okay, that's depth of vision. Make sense? It's so important to become a successful entrepreneur to see the deeper vision. Okay? And I'm not saying that you should be ignorant or delusional of what's right in front of you. Like if something's not working or are you making mistakes or something that you're doing is failing, I'm not saying to be delusional and to act as if it's not. What I'm saying is, or what I'm stating is that you have to see it better. You have to see it from all angles of what it can become. Does that make sense? Because if you don't see it better, if you don't look deeper and see how you can create something magical from what you've been given, not only will you not succeed, you won't sustain success if you do happen to succeed. Okay? Like, if you want to know my secret to my success, it's being able to see the deeper vision of the thing that's right in front of me. It's being able to see not 31 people, I see 31 million. And I get it. Many of you won't believe it. Many of you will say, well, Wesley, you've been recording these rants for 4 years. Wesley, you've said that so many times that there are millions of people that's watching you, but they're not. You're delusional. And you may ask, well, why don't I listen to these folks? Let me tell you why. Because they said the same thing when I said I was going to be a millionaire. True story. People teased me, talked about my past. Come on, you can't keep a job. You're spending all your money on this. It's not stable. You're failing over and over again, jumping from this business to that business. Right? But I still said for years that I was destined to become a multimillionaire. I was able to see what other people couldn't. Okay? Wes, can we get an audio book from you? Sure, very soon, I promise you. Don't worry. I'm working on some things, folks. Just let me work. Let me work. Let Daddy Wes work. I'm working on some things. What are your intentions when you make music? Oh, to my Brady. Hey, Shahida. Why won't people listen to my music? Well, the question is the music trash? Is it good? You know, and listen, I'm not being negative. I'm just being honest with you. You know, if you are a music maker or artist and people not listening to your music, but yet you have placed your music all over the internet, then maybe it's just trash. It's just not good enough. Or it's not good enough that people want to listen. Same thing with my rants. Look, I can say that my rants are amazing. They're the best things since sliced bread. But I only have 32 people. So it means it's just not good enough for more people to want to tune in. Which means I must continue to record, to get better, develop my own skill of communicating until I get more people listening and watching. Okay? And that's just the truth, folks. Especially for the young man that's trying to put his music out there. Okay? It's probably not good enough. Which means is, if you have a passion for it, that's what you love to do, continue to make music until people listen. Okay? Next question. And, and I get it, I know some of you folks get excited, like the young man's getting excited because the young lady say, I'm gonna listen to your song. And I get it. It makes you feel good in the moment. But, forcing people or trying to persuade someone or making a person feel pity for you to listen to your music, that's not how you're going to get millions of people to listen to your music. Okay? And it's just the truth, I get it. Sometimes people, they jump on my rant and say, no one's going to my website, no one's buying my stuff. Can you guys help me out? Yeah, you get a couple people to go, but okay. You get a few people from the rant that feel sorry for you. Instead of working and developing your skill in a way that they can't ignore you. And that's the tough part, but it's possible. You don't want pity from anyone. You don't want no one to say, well, I'll check out your music. I'll support you. What, one listen? So what? You want people to be willing to steal money to pay their internet bill to listen to your content. Okay? What's next here? Questions? My phone is getting hot over here. Jerry, hurry. My phone is broken, folks. What was the biggest mindset shift for you? Honestly, just reading books. I say this, knowledge is the precursor to experience. What's the most important conversation you've had with someone like you? What's the most important conversation? What's the most important conversation? I mean, honestly, anytime I open my mouth, and if I have any type of dialogue with another person, that's important. The conversation is always important if I'm talking, if I'm speaking. So I can't just pinpoint down to one person, because anytime I speak, the conversation is definitely important. It's not trite. Hey, friend, how are you? Inner Christ Awakening. How are you, Albert? Roberto. Do you have to cut out family like your parents? Of course. Well, I did. I'll tell you this, I did. Just for a season. It's not because they're negative people, you know. My mom was very supportive of me and my dreams. You know, my dad, well, he just didn't believe that it was possible. Like, he was the type of person that had to believe it. He had to see it before he could believe it. But my mom, she did believe in my crazy, weird, outrageous dreams. And I'm thankful for that. But there was a season in my life that I had to separate myself from the parents, because I needed to focus. And even though I love my parents, but I just can't focus properly if I'm talking to my parents and just having insignificant conversations about random things. Now when you focus. When I'm not focused, okay, of course. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What you doing? This. Okay, great. But when I'm focused, when I'm laser focused, and only rich people understand this level of focus. See, average people, they don't get it. They're like, oh, come on, it's your mom, it's your name, it's not a big deal. Well, you don't have $1 million in your bank account. I do. And I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying to impress upon you that that's just what it is. Like, I have $1 million cash, not just $1 million net worth. I have millions of dollars in assets, but I actually have $1 million in liquid form that I can touch tomorrow if I wanted to. And I don't think people like yourself understand how difficult that is. And your family, and your brother, your sister, and all these people that's in your inner circle, they don't understand the level of focus that's necessary to do that. So, of course, so for a season, I cut everybody off. And it worked. Okay? Like, I made the money. I became the man that I wanted to be. Okay? I have this friend that I go into a fight with. I slept with a girl he really likes, and now the girl and him are both in my head, and I can't get rid of them. Hello, Wes. You say you slept with a girl that he really likes? Like, who cares, man? So what? Okay? If you slept with a girl that he really likes, so what? And you say they both in your head, what does that mean? And why you can't get rid of these people out of your head? Why does it matter? Do you love the girl or something? Like, move forward, my guy. Don't be a beta. Like, don't be a weak man. That's weak, man. Don't get upset, but that's just an extremely weak man. Listen to yourself. You say you slept with your friend's girl that he likes. Okay. Were they dating? Are they in a relationship? Were you the person that cheated? So what? It's over. It's done. Move forward. What's next? How many niches did you have going on to where you are today? About 2 out of 3 niches. And fighting over a woman is insane. That's just diabolical. I mean, come on, fighting with your friend over a woman, who cares? Why? Why are you fighting over a woman that's not yours? Come on. I mean, you must be 18. Hey, Wes, what's the best way to get some rest if you're too excited to sleep? Don't sleep. Work. Yeah? That's right, championship culture coach. Smart. Caroline. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Becky. That's the truth. She said so many people are just spending too much time complaining, whining, bitching. I mean, oh my God. I mean, come on. Let's talk about what's important. You know what's important? Can anybody tell me in the comments below? And I know some of you might try to chastise me for this. Money is important, okay? Money, that's it. That's what's important at this very moment. Money. So go make some. And don't try to tease me because I'm talking about money. All you talk about is money. You're all about the money. Well, that's why I have it. If you don't have it, well, maybe you should model how I think. Because I focus on the money. I like the money. I like making the money. I like bringing the money in. I like helping other people make the money and making more money for myself as well. Yeah. Thank you, Robert. What are the best business habits? I'll tell you this. Be consistent. Okay? Like, be consistent, folks. You know, when you say business habits, I mean, be consistent. Focus on one thing. Find something that you want to do and just stick to it. You know, I see, the average person fails business-wise because they are always jumping from thing to thing. Or they get impatient with the things that they're currently doing. And they feel that, maybe if I do this, I can make some quick money. There's no such thing. I know people personally who have tried to do other things. And they came back to do the original thing again. And it's just like, they don't realize that they're like, they're playing this game with themselves, thinking that, the shiny object that they see on Tuesday is going to be the thing that's going to make them wealthy on Thursday. And it's just not the case. The secret is you got to stick to one thing. You got to develop that one thing and be consistent for a few years. Period. Yeah. And don't pervade or flood your mind with, well, I don't want to waste time. How do I know if this is the right thing? You'll know. And I know you might say, well, but how do you know? You'll know. Think of business like a baby that's born. When a baby is born, it can't walk, can't talk, right? And it can't run. It doesn't even crawl when it's a newborn. All it's doing is looking around and breathing. Well, a lot of you, that's where you are right now. You're just breathing. You're just looking around. Step one. Some of you trying to start a business and you're thinking in the first week you're going to make $10,000. Highly unlikely. Okay, just like a baby. First, the baby has to be aware. Then the baby has to model what it sees. It may start crawling. It may start speaking. Right? But the point is, it's all a phase. Okay? And there's no baby that's going to be born and running out of the womb. There's nobody that's going to start a business in 7 days and make $100,000 when it's their first time starting a business. Okay. What's next? How did you become rich, Wes? And what? Yeah, I'm a digital marketer. I'm a digital marketer, folks. And I got some big things coming up next week. Just don't be surprised if I purchase 2 $500,000 properties in the next 2 months. Next week is going to be huge. I've been working sedulously on the project, and we're getting ready to launch it, and it's going to be biblical. I'll tell you more about it next week. If not, you have to be on my list, because I'm going to send an email out for sure. Folks, my eyes is getting heavy right now. Thank you. But listen, thank you guys for the congrats, but I want to be excited for you. I know some of you are working on something that you've been working on for the last couple of months, maybe even the last few years. Are you excited? I'm actually excited about my app. We just made a major breakthrough that we're going to implement something that's going to take about a week to implement, but it's going to be a game changer for the users. It's going to cause them to really get addicted to the app. And that's what's important. Okay? Your life is a movie, so don't keep on pausing it and living in fast scenes. Okay? Did you work 7 days a week when making your first $1 to $2 billion? Of course. Yeah, I mean, even now, I'm still working 7 days a week. Let's talk about work-life balance. It doesn't exist. Okay? There isn't any work-life balance, folks. And if you believe that one day you're going to have work-life balance, you're sadly mistaken. It doesn't exist. Never. Okay? It is work 24/7. Period. Okay? And successful people, they understand it. They don't care. It's fine. The only folks that have a problem with that is the ones that want to take shortcuts or thinking that, once they make a ton of money, then they can just sit on their hands and drink martinis on the beach all day. That's just in the movies, man. And I'm not saying that you can't take a vacation, but you're not going to take a vacation for 5 years. Come on, folks. It's not going to happen. You're going to be a degenerate for 5 years of your life and just sit on the beach and eat and drink alcohol all day. Come on. Really? No. Thank you, Maria. Is your app already online? Yes. If you folks would like to download my app, it's free, by the way, for now. It's Manifest AI Music Mind Hacks. Go to the Apple Store on the Apple Type in Manifest AI Music Mind Hacks. Download it. Test it. Enjoy it. It works. We just use music to program your mind. Like you're already being programmed by the music that you listen to. Like your beliefs, your behavior, your attitudes. But with Manifest AI, we use AI-powered music. They use certain frequencies with specialized lyrics to get you to become who you want to be. Android is not available yet. Soon. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and let you go here. I'll be back tomorrow. Go ahead and hit the like and share button. If you want to access my podcast, just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, type in Wesley Virgin, Midnight Rant. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep working. Push through. Do whatever it takes. Think outside the box. Make things a must instead of a should. And remember, in life, you do not get what you want out of life. You get what you picture.